Episode 21 of Job Reinvented show. I'm very happy. I have Dr. Matthew Shorrock in our show, and we're gonna talk about job transition. Welcome to my show, Matthew.
Thank you, Pantia. Lovely to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. All right. I know immigration is not easy for everybody, especially when you want to do some job transition, and you are already graduated from psychotherapy, right?
Yes,
And
that's
then
right.
another transition, another country. I know we have lots of immigrants in Canada, Europe, and US, and they really wish to know how to start a transition, even if they have studied another field, or they can use the same skills to have another path, but still it's so difficult. All right,
Yes.
let me know how we can do it. And first, tell me about yourself, what you do, and what was your inspiration to do the job transition?
Okay. Well, my name's Matt Shorrock, and I'm a psychologist. I'm also a psychotherapist, and I'm also a coach. And so I started out in life as a counselor. I first of all trained as a person-centered counselor, and decided that I wanted to skill up and transition, develop my clinical skills. And so then I trained as a clinical psychotherapist. And then I decided that I wanted to skill up further. And so lots of transferable skills, but just keep building on the skill sets. And then I trained and became qualified as a chartered psychologist. And so I've been in the helping professions now for over 26 years. And so I find it fascinating transitioning through various careers, building on skill sets, integrating skill sets, and then applying them in different contexts. And so now, over recent years, I've specialized in coaching what I call values-driven entrepreneurs, people that that are wanting to make a real impact on the world. They're wanting to develop themselves and their reach within the world. And so I specialize in supporting helping professionals build their practices, take their practices and their revenue streams through to multi-6 and multi-7 figures. Yep. So I've got my finger in lots of pies, lots of experience.
Yeah, and it's very encouraging for people who wish to do job transition again. Isn't it difficult for you to be a coach from a pay slip job to be a coach? Because I know even for me, it took me some time to figure out what to do after finishing. I mean, I decided not to do project management and other IT career job. Is not like I didn't like it. I love it, but because I wanted to have my own space and I wanted to have my entrepreneurship path. So, what is your recommendation for people who wish to be a coach?
First of all, get some clarity as to what type of a coach that you want to be. I mean, for me, it was pretty straightforward because I trained in helping people resolve mindset problems effectively. It was a natural transition into becoming a mindset coach. And because also I trained, one of my trainings was in transactional analysis, which is it's a body of thinking that can be in theory and research that can be applied using psychotherapy, but also using coaching and also within the educational setting as well. So unbeknownst to me at the time, I was building up deep mindset coaching skills way beyond what a lot of coaches are currently working with at the moment. So I'm very grateful for that. So it's a very organic development over the years into coaching. And because I was wanting also to develop my entrepreneurial path, moving from country to country, setting up various practices and ultimately institutes in various countries, I learned a few things about business, and I was coaching higher level people all along the way, and realizing that I was, by default, I was coaching people who were at C level within organizations. And so they were inviting me into working with their teams and organizations. And so here in Vienna, for example, it's a real melting pot of people who are in transition, because we've got the United Nations here. So I do a lot of work with the United Nations management and leadership in cultivating their teams. Yeah, and so yeah, so that was a roundabout way of saying it was a very organic transition for myself. And so for people who are interested in becoming a coach, get some clarity as to what type of a coach you want to be. There's lots of different coaching styles and types.
And I think you said something interesting. You said it came to me naturally because you didn't have to do another field. You just expand your talents and you just learn how to coach. But what other people do, some of the entrepreneurs, they think that their skill set is not enough to be a
Mm,
coach. But
mm,
to me, um, I see a lot of successful entrepreneurs that they already done, um, like they've been through some experience, some trauma, and they are like trauma coach. They've been
yes,
through some relationship problem. Now they are relationship coach. You see,
yes,
so they've
yes,
been
yes,
through that
yes,
path before.
yes,
Because when you experience something and you realize that you have those problems, then it's much easier to help others when you resolve yours. Like
yes,
myself, I was IT project manager, and then I had some problem with my fertility issues. And then when I resolved it and I had my baby girl, I said, "Oh, that's time to help others."
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that should come very naturally. So you don't really need to get lots of certification because
Oh
that's
no,
new.
no, no,
Yeah, you
no, no.
just need to write, take a paper and write your talents, see what you are really passionate about. Because I also have some friends that they really wish to have some entrepreneurship, but what they do actually right now, they don't like their job. And even if they are experienced in that job, they said, we're not going to go through that job again, right? But I told them, still, you can use your experience to have your unique message, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. You know, it's a really interesting point, because the best coaches have had the lived experience of what it is that they're coaching on, and so as somebody that's lived and worked in different countries, one of my specializations is coaching people who are living in the other expats, and so supporting them through the transition of navigating those tricky waters, you know, because it requires a lot of cultural sensitivity to be aware of how to coach people that are operating within different cultural contexts, within different legal contexts. And so it's so true, Pantia. We do the best coaching that we do, and often we find ourselves in areas that um, we've experienced trauma, or we've experienced great growth personally within those areas.
So, can you give us some example of your coaching style or one of your clients that you really help them be successful in their career?
Yes. I think one of the most interesting examples, it's a bit of an extreme one, because because of my training in psychology, I'm able to work in a particularly deep way. So a lot of my coaching clients who've got mindset problems, they they struggle with the traditional types of coaching methods. And so I like to look beneath the bonnet of the car, so to speak. And why is it? What is the beliefs beneath that are causing the problems? So that the client that springs to mind is a gentleman that was a very successful entrepreneur in his own right. He was a multi-millionaire, but he really struggled to close business deals with billionaires. It was just a block. It was a mental block. He had a sense that he didn't really belong at the table. And so we took some time to look at that and resolve the mindset problem and create a shift. And so it involved looking in the rearview mirror, looking at his past, and he was projecting past figures. It was actually his father onto people who happen to be billionaires. At the end of the day, they're just numbers. We're all doing business as entrepreneurs. It's just that some people are operating with a few more zeros on the end of their the deals that they're doing. And so he was able to then, once we resolved this, to close. It was actually an $80 million deal with a billionaire. That was a great success story and probably one of the finest examples I can think of right now.
That's beautiful. And interesting point of your skill set, because you already know about the psychology, psychotherapy. A shifting mindset is easy for you, and you can actually work with people to do this. Because one of the things that you can realize in so many people, they fail because they don't believe in success. And
Yes,
they have
yes.
lots of blockers, even if they really wish to, but because
Yes.
of fear and these blockers still are stuck, they can't go further, and they start something, but because they are not consistent and they don't believe in themselves, they fail.
It's interesting. Some people are, it's interesting, this idea of success and failure. I mean, I don't believe in failure, really. I mean, I think in terms of win or learn. Nelson Mandela said that, we either win or learn. I mean, this is a mindset shift in itself. We do fail, but failure is not a bad thing. It's only bad, or it's only unhelpful if we keep repeating the same failures over and over. I mean, if we look at the most successful people, entrepreneurs, they've got a very clear and well-documented record of failure. It's because they've allowed themselves to step in and fail. That's where the learning, that's where their development has happened. And so some people are scared of failing, but some people are scared of success. Some people are scared of success.
Yes,
that's an interesting
because
one.
they can afford it. Yes, exactly.
They believe that something bad will happen if they experience success.
Is not only this one. I'm telling you what happened, like, to my book. I really believe that I can write. The first book I wrote, I just published it. I didn't know any strategy, anything, and then I went to a show, to a TV show, and the producer asked me, why are you here? I said, I'm gonna watch, and I have a book. And he said, do you want to be on the show? I said, wow, why not? But the problem for that exposure was that I didn't have any other products attaching to my book, and I didn't have any other business.
Okay.
I was the IT project manager that time, and that's it. I had a book, and it was not enough. So if you want to have an entrepreneurship foundation, you need to build it first, right?
Yes.
So it's not just quickly getting clients or get rich in a day. It's not going to happen. It's like
No.
any other
yes,
business, you need
yes,
to
yes.
work hard, be
Mm,
consistent,
mm,
learn
mm,
consistently,
mm,
especially
mm,
in this
mm,
modern
mm.
world. You have to learn,
Yes,
learn, learn.
yes. That's an
So,
excellent point, Pantia. Yeah,
yeah.
I've developed what I call it's a framework, the three C's when it comes to success and entrepreneurialism and business success, and it starts with clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Clarity, first of all, get clear about what it is that you're passionate about, what your values are, and and also how you want to do it. It's like the example you gave, having products, getting very clear about what it is that you want to bring to the market. What are your superpowers? What do you want to bring to the market? How can you
What is
best
the
serve
second
people?
one? The first one is clarity. The second one,
Clarity, confidence. Okay,
confidence.
so becoming very clear about and competent about what it is that you know. So even if it's very niche, really spend time knowing what it is and developing your skill set. Yeah, so that you can show up and be the best expression of yourself when you are coming to the market. So you can present yourself as the expert. And so that links into the third one, confidence. So yeah.
So you said the second one is confidence. What's the third one?
Oh, sorry, clarity, confidence, and commitment. That's the third
Oh,
one.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I like the
yeah. Yes,
commitment one.
yes, 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 yes. I mean, really, the commitment can come second, but it underpins the upper two, because we need to be committed to our course of action. We need to be committed to getting clarity,
Yeah,
and
yeah, go ahead.
so yeah, we need to we need to be clear about what it is that we're how to get a clear mindset.
Yes,
First of all, yeah,
commitment is
yep,
the one of the biggest biggest part of foundation building a success, because let's say when you go to work, you are committed to do something because you are paid for it, and they
mm-mm,
ask you to do it. But when
mm-mm,
you're doing something by your own, you say, okay, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it the day after. But
yes,
uh, when you force yourself to commit to it, then it's going to be part of your daily routine. It's like a job, and it's more serious. It's like
yes, yes,
I committed myself to have these shows every day, like except weekends. I have
yeah,
some days off for myself because sometimes I have other summits or other things to do. But every week I have shows, and every week I have podcasts. It's not that somebody force it for me. I'm going to do it for myself because this is my job, right?
mm-mm,
But after sometimes everybody know you that, oh, she is responsible, he is responsible, he's committed to what is he
yes,
doing,
yes,
right? Like
yes, yes,
I have fertility clients, right? And I'm committed to help them
yes,
to get the success rate,
yes,
like have a higher success rate, and then I'm committed to help them to send their documents, send the recordings, whatever I can.
yes,
So
yes,
you have to define this commitment for to get the good clients, unless nobody can trust you.
yes.
Commitment equal trust.
Exactly. And commitment to others, the people that you serve, but also commitment to yourself.
Yes.
And, by that, I mean, things like cultivating healthy routines for yourself. So,
Yeah.
for example, in the morning, establishing a routine that's going to really bolster your day. So you get aligned with your commitments, your values, what it is that you want to achieve that day. And even if it's increment by increment by increment each day, I mean, I love the fact that you're so um, you're so disciplined in the way that you are committed to producing your shows. It's so admirable, and it's a recipe for success. It's a fine example, Pantia.
Yes, and another thing is building connection. If you want to grow your business, you have to build a connection. And that's what I do. You help others, they help you. And this is a
Yes.
mutual connection, and you can
Yes.
grow your business by serving your clients. Sometimes
Yes.
it takes time and spending some money investment,
Mm, mm,
but
mm, mm,
it's really worth to do it, because
mm,
I
mm,
got a really great result, great exposure, because I the first thing was quality for me. When you are thinking about the quality, then money, I mean, getting money comes the second time,
mhm,
because if
mhm,
you don't present a great quality to your
mm,
clients, they
mm,
cannot
mm, mm.
uh, trust you,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
cannot grow your business. And
Yes.
sometimes you need to have some freebies, you need to
Mm,
serve your
mm,
clients, you need
mm,
to
mm,
have more exposure, go
mm,
to
mm.
podcast shows, and just share your message with the world. Because to my understanding, even if there are lots of trauma coaches that I work with, not everybody is the same, because everybody's experience is unique. And
Mm.
based on those unique experience, they can serve unique audience.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
exactly.
We're all wonderfully unique. We've all got each of our own skill sets, and we might be we might especially appeal to a certain type of person, but we're not going to please all the people all the time. And I think it's about putting yourself out there, and especially if you're confident and you've got conviction as to who you are and what you're here to do. It's going to repel some people, but it's going to attract others. Those are your people.
Yes. I used to teach from kindergarten, then high school, then college. And I just realized, teach if you want to be a coach, you have to be a good teacher. So why? Because when you teach something, you are overconfident about what you know. You over
Yes.
uh, you over deliver, right? And you try to say something that people understand you, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of people are expert more than you, but they cannot convey their message. That's
Yes.
the point, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you need
Yes.
to be a good teacher. You need to have a good client experience, customer service.
Yes.
Be kind
Yes.
and be human. Like,
Yes.
you shouldn't be salesy and just sell your
Mm-mm.
product.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's not
Mm.
attractive.
Oh, it's
So
repulsive. It's
yes,
repulsive.
yes.
Yeah.
So yes,
We have when I teach, and I'm teaching how to attract clients. We say, sales is not something you do to somebody; it's something you do for somebody. And that mindset, and being connected, being authentic, it's that attracts people.
exactly. I had experience with purchasing your house, and I had a realtor. I actually bought my apartment first time with him. The second time, when we wanted to buy our house, again, we referred to him. An interesting point was, he was not only trying to help us, he he didn't want just sell or purchase something. He always, oh, this one is not good, this one is bad because of these benefits, because of this, I don't recommend this to you. If I were you, I never bought this. So you
Yes,
always try to be on their shoes. What do you
yes,
do if
yes,
you've been
yes,
there,
yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Yes,
yes. Yeah, this is why I'm particularly attracted to what I call values-based entrepreneurs. People who
yes,
want to serve, they want to make an impact on the world for the better.
yes,
They've got
exactly.
integrity. They've thought about who it is that they are, what their values are, and that's communicated in their authenticity. and people will fight to do business with that person, to be served by that person.
Yes, I like that. All right, you have your website here, the Mind Institute dot
Dot
at
at. Yep.
dot at, and you have Facebook. And if they want to reach you, you are there. Do you have any freebies, any program?
I do. Well, I've got my a brand new Facebook group. It's called the Authentic Leadership Inner Circle, and your listeners, your watchers, are very welcome to join. I give so much free content and value away there, and it's a lovely way to meet new people. And there's a great community. And of course, there are my paid programs that run every week. So I offer mastermind groups and also VIP programs where people get to work with me one to one, and they get unlimited access to me. So yeah, lots of offerings,
Yes.
some free and some paid. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy talking to you. I
Yes,
wish
me
you a
too.
lot of success in your career and having a lot of clients, helping others to have different world.
Oh, thank you, Panti. It's been
Yeah.
a pleasure.
Yes, me too. Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye.
Thank God.